How's everybody doing tonight? It's episode. Have I got this right? Episode 358 tonight. I don't usually make a big deal about the episode number, but what I like about 358, it means that a week from now, it's going to be the 1 year anniversary of starting this stream. And I do remember it was a Saturday morning, and we looked through. I'm forgetting his name right now. The name escapes me, but it was a very famous artist who did covers for novels. I'm thinking maybe his first name was Frank, but I'm not sure. Anyway, that was the first episode. And it was my wife had gotten the book on eBay, and she told me that it was a rare book. So I just thought, okay, so it's a rare book. People haven't seen it, so let's flip through it online. So it's like a 20-minute episode, or maybe it's a 10-minute episode. I don't know. But we're just like flipping through the book and commenting on it. Excuse me, I don't know what's with my voice tonight. So anyway, I've been streaming every night since. And it's not the first time I'm doing this. In like 2011, I also had a nightly stream. But that nightly stream was animated. So back then, I was going to work in Manhattan every single day. And I was spending 4 hours a day commuting back and forth to Manhattan. And then I also was doing an animated show. It was called the Every Night Show. The initials were TENS. And it was hosted by an animated character called Jimmy McDoofus, who had a robot voice, and I would like write the jokes for him based on the current news, the current events. So it was actually kind of difficult because I was using Extra Normal, which did, I think eventually I got the version that processed on the local computer rather than online, but it was still slow. It was impossibly slow when it processed online because there was like a queue, and you would have to wait till it finished. Anyway, I eventually got the version where it processes on your computer, but I probably didn't have a good computer in 2011. So it would take like several hours, which would mean that I would end up posting it at like 3 a.m., which is two problems with that. One, nobody's up at 3 a.m. to watch it. They want to watch it at 11 at the latest, maybe 10 if they could. And then two, I needed to get up like 4 hours later and get ready for work, or I think if I was, maybe 5 hours later, if I was like really efficient in getting out the door and getting to work, but like really it wasn't practical, and I stopped it. And then I switched to making individual, like little cartoons, animated cartoons. And then I just decided that animating in general was like time consuming, and really what I wanted to do was share an idea. So I started making comic books, and I still make comic books, but at some point we redid the gym in the basement. I'm like telling my YouTube story here because today I was invited to apply for YouTube partnership after 17 years of making YouTube videos. So if you're seeing ads, they're not my ads. I was just invited today. So after I say 17 years because the first video I uploaded was just like a video of my son giggling. Like I'm making a joke with a teddy bear and he's like laughing, and he's 17 years old. So, and my account is 17 years old. So it's like, that was my first video, but 2011 was the first time I took it serious. Anyway, as I say, I switched from animation to comics, and then at some point, I wanted to redo the gym. My youngest son wanted it redone. So we redid the gym, and I started posting videos with the gym equipment. And then I got invited to this review program, which I started off reviewing gym equipment. But then eventually I got into these models, and I started a stream. And here we are. And now today I was invited to apply for YouTube partnership. So we were doing yesterday the Roker 3D pinball. We were up to day 20, which is a pretty popular model. And it's the second in a row I'm doing from Roker that was popular. Before I did that, the AK-47, and both these videos are like racking up the hours, which is why I got invited to YouTube partnership. But at the same time, I'm taking a break from them because I don't want to be like First of all, I just feel like taking a break because it's Saturday. Second, I don't want to be like that's the only thing I do. So I'm going to show you a couple of things here. And then I've also got the news queued up here so I can like go through some news. So first, we got these like baby chicks. So I'm going to do this on Easter. This is like a Lego compatible set. And I forget how I found it amongst the review program. It wasn't recommended to me, but somehow I found it and I got it. So I'm going to do this on Easter. It's possible I might find a way, to open the box and like from legal terms review it, without actually assembling it, but I'm probably going to assemble it on the stream on Easter because I think it's cute. It's got bunnies and chicks and a basket with carrots and, I don't know, eggs growing in a field. I don't know. It looks cute. There's a seesaw. So that showed up today. Tune in to Easter to see that. The other thing that showed up today, what does it say here? I mean, it showed up in a padded envelope. Super difficult. Get a good helper. Super difficult to a good helper. New, super difficult to a good helper. I don't know. It's probably written by someone who doesn't speak English. But I can tell you that on the website, it was called The Jigsaw Puzzle for Adults, clearly impossible puzzle, ... And it has a picture of this hexagon puzzle. It says it's 111 pieces. I don't see how 111 pieces could frankly be that difficult. And it just shows up in a, plastic bag, like a bubble wrap thing. It doesn't look like a big deal to me, but I thought let's take a look at it. But jigsaw puzzles could be kind of boring. So I also queued up the news here so I could talk about that. All right, so I'm going to open it in a second. All right, let me open it, and then I'll read the first news article when I start actually assembling it, because that'll be the time that we need that. By the way, I still didn't click the apply button yet for YouTube, although I was invited. I got to think about it. Maybe I'll wait till the 1 year mark. Maybe I'll wait longer. I don't know. All right, so here we go. It's clearly just a bubble wrap bag. There's the puzzle. What are we thinking so far? It doesn't look like the world's greatest jigsaw puzzle so far. It looks rather small, so it's all going to fit inside of this thing that I can hold in my hands. This is the world's toughest jigsaw puzzle? Impossible puzzle. Is that just like a brand name? Or is it I'm Possible puzzle? I don't know. Which is it? Is this impossible or is this I'm possible? I don't know. We're going to find out. I'll put it over here. All right. So, open the little bag there. Dump it out. Well, the pieces came out, I think. There might be a couple still stuck in there. Why is this one on the back? All right, so there's the board. It's got some lettering at the bottom there. Hard Luck. That's a trademark. There's an A missing from Hard Luck. And then it says Impossible Puzzle. What are we getting into? Well, a couple of pieces are already assembled. But I don't think I'm going to count them until I put them on the board. That's actually 3 pieces right there. No, that's 2 pieces. Is this really only 111 pieces? How could 111 pieces be an impossible puzzle? There's still one more in the bag. Did we finally get them all out? Okay. Let's take a look at some of these pieces. Wow, these 2 are stuck together as well. I'll tell you something is making it seem impossible. You can't tell the front from the back. Yeah. I don't think you can tell the front from the back, and that is going to cause an issue. I mean, it's going to make it tougher. You can't tell the front of the puzzle from the back of the... These pieces are insane. I think it is going to be difficult, but impossible with only 111 pieces. Here's another 2 that are already stuck together. We're getting a lot of twofers, but it's... Oh, okay. I think there's a polished side and an unpolished side, but it's very subtle. All right. I'm just putting those over there because they're already like in 2 packs. This one looks like an end piece. Like it's going to go somewhere on the edge. I'm just looking for anything that'll help because they're calling it impossible. So I feel like I need to take every advantage that I can to try to get this done, because if we don't get this done in an hour or 2, we're not going to do it. You know, it's not like when we build those models, I feel like I got to stick with it to the end, but I don't feel that way about jigsaw puzzles. In fact, I like to do jigsaw puzzles when there's like someone that I'm talking to. I should have scheduled an interview for today, because then it's like, the person talks and I do the jigsaw puzzle, and it kind of like just provides some visuals to the conversation. Like, do you like when you watch Joe Rogan podcast? I guess if you're listening to it on headphones, it's not a big deal, but when you watch it, it's I'm not really like keen on that like format of the podcast. I know that there's something to be gleaned from watching them, especially if they play video clips, but I'm not sure it's enough. They call it the talking head format. I like this idea of putting puzzles together. I interviewed Mark Sargent a while back, and he asked, like, can you do the interview while also putting the puzzle together? I think I can. I mean, people drive every day, while talking. I mean, this doesn't seem to be a problem. Maybe I'm not yet at the level on jigsaw puzzles that I can, like, walk and chew gum at the same time, but anyway, I'm ready to get this puzzle started. That's how I feel anyway. So, before we get this puzzle started, let's also bring up some news. All right, so what article do we like here? All right, Senator Dianne Feinstein reportedly gives power of attorney to her daughter. Senator Dianne Feinstein reportedly gives power of attorney to her daughter. The senator's office said it was a private family matter and did not comment further. The news comes amid concern from progressives that the 90-year-old should step down. California's senator's 66-year-old daughter. Oh my goodness, her daughter is also retirement age. All right, I'm not going to go through the whole story because I think we have enough here. I think that little blurb is enough to chew on while we're doing this puzzle. So I don't have the definition, but I could Google the definition, but let me just give you the rough definition of power of attorney. They can sign documents for you. Like the person, they could like sell your house, they could remortgage your house and take the money. I mean, I don't know, actually, don't quote me on any of this, but this is my understanding. It's basically like they can be in charge. You give someone power of attorney and they can be in charge of all of your stuff. Now, this is interesting. It's almost metaphorical in the sense that someone could say that the country is kind of giving power of attorney to the Congress in general. I mean, right? Like, we're giving Congress the right to, like, spend our tax money. And now someone in Congress is giving that right over her own finances to her daughter. And this is usually this power of attorney happens when a person is old and can no longer trust themselves to make their own decisions. By the way, with these pieces so far, I'm just trying to find the smooth end But I did notice one thing. If you look at this piece, oh, it's kind of off camera. Let me move the whole operation over a little bit so we're not competing with the news there. Oh, these two just came apart. I'm going to put them back together. All right. So what I noticed about this piece and this piece, they have this little like tab. I don't know. Can you see it there? It's like a little flare. And I think that they're edge pieces is what I think. I think they're touching the edge here. And another thing to notice is the wood grain. So, and another thing is the smooth. So you can tell which is the top by matching the smoothness, and you potentially even could identify the pieces by matching the wood grain. You know, they call this an impossible puzzle, so I feel like we need to, you know, try to get it back into our favor, make it possible again. All right, so an old person often gives power of attorney to one of their kids because they're old and either they don't have time or they don't trust themselves. So if a person is in Congress and they don't have time or they don't trust themselves to do their own finances, why are we trusting them to do the whole government's? I mean, the governor of California is in the same party as Dianne Feinstein. They're both Democrats, so it's not like they would lose anything if she gave the seat to let the governor pick someone else for the seat. Like, Democrats wouldn't lose anything. I don't know. Like, what is she getting out of it? I mean, maybe she just enjoys it. And the other argument is, well, the people can vote whoever they want. You know, I don't know when she was last voted into office, but it probably says in the article. But, you know, at most, she was like 5 years younger. I mean, people voted her in. You know what? This puzzle is looking rather impossible. I don't have any, like, thoughts on what I want to do next. Wow. I do kind of see a few things, like, does this look like, do these two pieces look like they go together? Wow, I just, like, made that piece stand up. All right. Now, is there any possibility that they've cut the same pieces twice? Like, if this fits, does it mean that they go together? Or could it possibly be a coincidence? By the way, they don't seem to fit. They look like they do, though, right? No, there's something about this side that doesn't fit. So even though they do fit in terms of this and this little slot is not long enough because this one has like a piece coming out. So it's not a match. And I also don't know, again, which side is the front. This is looking impossible. I might not get anywhere. All right, I'm going to look for a third piece that has that same like look to it because it looks like a very specific sort of look. Like, can I find another piece that looks like that? Like, a lot of these have kind of specific looks to them. Like, look at this one. Oh, let me get the... All right, look at this one. And now look at this one. They're like something there. They have like the double hump. I don't think that they're going to match. But like something looks like... Yeah, it's like somewhat looks like it, but it doesn't go. But I feel like we need to look for... So that has something in common, but it's not a match. Again, let's try to get them all smooth side up. So there's something there, but it's not a match. There's something here, but it's not a match. And let me tell you something. It's also not easy to determine the smooth side. Some of them seem easier than others. All right. So let's keep looking for like pieces that look like other pieces and kind of group them together. All right. This looks like I've seen this somewhere. This like double entrance. All right. Let me grab the next news story while I ponder these pieces. All right, here's the next story. Photographer reinstated as court photographer after being hired by Rebel News. What does that mean? Shelley Bufarach received an 8-day employment contract from the outlet's owner and CEO Ezra Levant, though was removed again on Friday. Photographer was hired by Rebel News after she was barred from photographing the Post-Millennial's senior editor Andy Ngo's civil trial against Rose City Antifa and alleged associates. Buffett was barred from photographing Ngo's trial Wednesday afternoon after an alleged Antifa affiliate, Haley Nolan, attempted to inform a deputy that Bufarach was fake media. Nolan insisted the court check the freelance photographer's press pass during Andy Ngo's testimony. After continued demands to authenticate the freelance photographer's press credentials, the court obliged Nolan and verified the freelance photographer's press pass. So what is a news reporter these days? The reason I say that is anyone these days can record an event and post it online, and it can become news. And they could do a better job or a worse job than the people who have press passes because they work for someone in legacy media. Like, how do you know who's doing a good job and who's not? For example, I saw a guy this morning. I saw like a clip from someone's podcast, and the guy was talking about he's taken the contents of Hunter Biden's laptop, posted them like 100% to a website, and analyzed what's on there for crimes, like to see what crimes were committed and that there's evidence on the laptop. And that to me seems like something that you would think that the media would do, but like I haven't heard of anyone in the mainstream / legacy media doing that. But here's this like guy on the street who's doing it. So the guy on the street, is he like, is he media? Does he have credentials that like, you know what I mean? Like, how do you determine that someone shouldn't be there taking pictures? I suppose if they take pictures and don't post them anywhere after the fact, then you could say they're not real media. But if they take the pictures, who are you to say that they're not real media? It's like, who's in charge of that? Do they need to apply a week in advance? Do they need to show their resume to somebody? Like, I understand if you say you're from the AP or Reuters and you do work for them and you do have that job with them, I understand you're going to get the fast track and be approved right away. But would a blogger get approved? Like, why not? They should, right? Like, I mean, if they're going to do reporting. All right, so this edge, remember we were talking about this before? Here's another piece with that sort of edge. But what I didn't find is this like double spike piece. Like here's a double spike piece, but again, it has a spike on the other side like this one. So what we're looking for here is like a double spike without something on the other side. So this puzzle is proving challenging. There was something, yeah. I want to try this piece. So this piece looks like, I don't know. Like, it kind of looks like maybe it could go there. No, it doesn't. All right. Yeah, this puzzle's tough. There's no two ways about it. Like, I can't even tell which side is up on this piece. Yeah, neither one of those is long enough. Wow. Not an easy puzzle. Let's go to the next news story. Wow, we're at 0 pieces. 25 minutes in, we're at 0 pieces. All right, let's see the next news story. Alabama library cancels Kirk Cameron and Riley Gaines event with Moms for Liberty. Well, that's terrible. An Alabama library canceled the Moms for Liberty event 2 days after Kirk Cameron and Riley Gaines announced they would be attending. The event was part of the Brave Books See You at the Library national event at 300 libraries in 45 states on August 5th. The book company aims to offer Christian alternatives to drag queen story hours. So, drag queen story hours. So, this is like a thing going on at libraries. I'm sure you've heard about it. And I guess Kirk Cameron and Riley Gaines are part of an alternative to it. Kirk Cameron was an actor a long time ago. I think he's done some pretty good movies. I've seen them. But he does Christian movies. That's like his focus. I don't know if they're necessarily Christian. Some of them are just moral. But he'd rather do that than Hollywood, which is great. I mean, everyone should do something that they believe in. So, they're offering alternative to this Drags Queen story hour. And now they're getting canceled for it. Or at least the event got canceled. So, like, why would you cancel the event? Like, what's the problem? By the way, we might have just found like 2 pieces that connect, but I'm not sure. So I'm just going to leave them right there for now. They also look like they might be upside down. Maybe they go like this. So Riley Gaines is a swimmer who is famous for calling out the NCAA for allowing there's a male I don't want to mess this up. There's a swimmer, controversial swimmer, Leah Thomas, I believe is the name, and Riley like tied Leah in a race, and the NCAA, even though they gave them both in terms of team scoring, they gave them equal scoring, they gave the trophy to Leah so that they could photograph the trophy. So basically the NCAA is like how did they decide that? Like, they didn't say one of you gets the trophy for a month and the other one gets it for another month. Or they didn't say one of you gets a trophy now and we'll mail the other's trophy. You know, when we produce it, they were like, Leah gets a trophy and you don't. Which is kind of ridiculous. I mean, you would think. So they have rankings in swimming. So when Leah swam in the men's rankings, she was ranked like 400th in the NCAA, and then switched to the women's rankings and started like winning national championships and setting records and such. So you would assume then that Riley's championships, whatever she's done, is better. You know, she's had to work harder to get it, and therefore she's more deserving of the trophy. I think that's what most people would think. But that's not how it's been going. So, she's mad about that, and well, she should be. And it's now leading to other areas, like, so there's drag queen story events, and you might say, well, what does, you know, like you might say, well, I agree that Leah Thomas shouldn't be competing in sports, but what does that have to do with someone putting on makeup and reading storybooks? And it doesn't have anything to do with it. But what does that have to do with canceling Kirk Cameron and Riley Gaines? I mean, it's like becoming like a tit for tat thing. It's like, you don't like that they're doing this, so you're going to cancel them. They don't like that you're doing that, so they're going to protest. And it's like suddenly nobody's happy. Well, I'll tell you. I don't know if it's like good or bad story, but I was on the ferry. It was like maybe 15 years ago. And this guy was preaching the Bible. You don't see this much these days, but back then people would get up and preach the Bible. And someone started shouting the Bible preacher down. And I was saying, like, why are you shouting him down? I was listening to him. And the person goes, it's a public space. I said, okay, so get up and say what you believe. Like, that was what, I don't know if I was right or wrong to say that, but that's what I said. I was like, okay, you get up and you say what you believe. But, you know, maybe the correct answer was everybody shut up and don't talk in the public spaces. I don't know. But it just seemed to me that most people didn't mind the preacher, and the people who did seemed like almost agenda driven. Like they specifically didn't like this preacher's message, not all public space speeches, because they also would have musicians on the ferry like all the time. And no one ever complained about the musician, but now they don't. So they clearly now don't have anything on the ferry. They don't have musicians, they don't have preachers, they don't have, you know, it's like just everyone just sits there silent. They listen to their earbuds. Maybe some people quietly chat to the person next to them. You know, it used to be you didn't like what someone said. You just kind of, you know, went to the next cart, or you walked to your out of earshot. Now it's not like that. Now it's like people want there to be a judge, and they want someone to decide like who can speak and who can't. Well, I thought we were founded on, by the way, look how close those two pieces look to each other. Like, I thought we were founded on free speech, you know. And you might say, well, what about the freedom to not listen to someone's speech? Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't have to listen to their speech, but is it reasonable that you can just walk away? Like, maybe if it was the Uber driver and he's telling you, you know, I've got you trapped here for the length of your trip and you're going to listen to what I have to say. Should that be against the law? Or should you just give the Uber driver a bad rating and like never drive in his Uber again? Like, I don't know. Do you know the answer? I should have my screen on so I could see if anyone's posting the answers. Okay, yeah, nobody posted the answers. All right. These pieces are tough. They called this an impossible puzzle, and I'm seeing what they mean by that. This is like no jigsaw puzzle I've ever done before. Like, I don't even know. I don't even have a guess, like, what to do next. All right, this looks like something. I feel like I should be able to find the piece that fits in there. You know how these puzzles work. The more pieces you put in, the easier it gets to do the next piece. I also feel like, are you familiar with alphabet soup? It's like this soup, and all the pasta, it's like a tomato soup with pasta in it, and all of the pasta are based on letters from the alphabet. That's what this kind of looks like to me. These don't look like our alphabet, but they look like some like sigils or something. What does sigil mean? I'm not sure. I might be saying something crazy there. They look like something. I don't know what. Like, they could be something like logos or some ancient language or something like that. They have a funny shape. These pieces have a funny shape. That's what I want to say. Like, look at this piece. Like, this has I don't know how I'm going to decide. To me, this is a negative shaped piece. I feel like I'm looking for the piece that goes in there. You know, this is like a positive shaped piece. It fits, you know, you can like see what this is. I don't know. That's the kind of the impression that I have. Wow. 35 minutes and we don't have a single piece. This is going to be a bust. Is this puzzle impossible? Is there a drawing of the puzzle? Maybe there's some picture of it. Okay. I'm going to go sort of off camera for a second. Yes, here we go. Okay. I think we can somewhat cheat. If we can find this online. Okay. I'm going to take this off screen for a minute to see if I can find that. All right. Okay. I'm going to be back in a second. Nope. Fail. All right. Going to take longer than a second. I've got the image here, but I've got it on the iPad. And I don't know how to get the big image to open in a way that you can see it. Yeah, I'm failing at getting this to open. All right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a copy of the image, and I'm going to put it in my Google Drive. I think that's the best I can do. Give me a minute there to get this. Okay, yeah, I got it. Wow, they must get a lot of returns. It says, please think before you decide to buy it. So a lot of people are struggling with this puzzle, huh? All right. So I'm just gonna name that. Impossible puzzle. I'll be back in a second. See, this is me. I'm still here. I'm just over at my computer, sort of saving this image so that I can get it onto my iPad and then you can see it as well. All right, so I saved it. Now I got to put it on my Google Drive, which apparently I didn't open in a while because it's not auto-filling. Almost there. All right. Now I got to go to the folder that I want to put it in. We're not going to do that. I'm not going to take too much time. I'm just going to open it, upload it into the first place that kind of works. And I think I've found that place. It's just the main folder. All right. Okay. It's online. It's on my Google Drive. It's going to mess up because now I'm going to move around the Google Drive and it's going to kind of mess up where I have the puzzle, the instructions for the Roker 3D pinball, which we'll probably get back to in a day or two. All right. So far, I don't see the answer. I don't see it. Even though I uploaded it, I don't see it on my Google Drive yet. Maybe it takes a minute. Okay, finally it's there. All right, so we're going to bring this on screen. So this is it. So what we're going to do is we're going to cheat a little bit. We're going to look so we know exactly which piece goes where. So we're either going to look for some of these pieces that we're seeing here, or maybe we're going to pick up a piece and try to find it. Basically, we're going to do whatever works. Whatever works. All right, I see something across. I would love to get the corner piece. So, you see anything that looks like the corner piece? Oh my goodness, I don't think this is any easier. We're like cheating and we still can't do it. All right. Maybe the corner piece is already here somewhere. What about this piece? Where did that go? Okay. I see a piece. It's a very chunky piece. That's what makes it unique. So, like, here's a unique looking piece. There's a unique looking piece. Anything with that, like, chunkiness, like, this is a very unique looking piece. None of them are the one that I want right now. I saw one that has a very big, like, triangle in it. And the triangle is at a bend in the piece. So I'm trying to find that piece. But maybe I have to just pick up any piece and then find it on the board. I don't know, 111 pieces doesn't seem like a lot, but we're 35 minutes and we have 0 pieces on the board. So we have to stop talking about news and we need to really buckle down and get this puzzle done. All right. I see a chunky corner piece. Is that what I'm looking for? No, that's not it. But this looks like something. Like, see that chunky part there? I wonder if I can find that somewhere. Okay. I got a piece that looks like... The piece that goes here looks like a T with like a broken bottom. We got to be able to find that piece. Such a simple piece. This is it. This is the piece. All right. This goes... we got to get the angle right. It's going to go here. But we got to get the angle right. All right. I think this is the correct angle. All right. We have one piece on the board. All right. We have one piece on the board. We had to resort to cheating, but, you know, it happens. I mean, it's just a puzzle. We're not like... There's no one being cheated. If you don't want to see the answer, just, you know, don't look, I guess. Nobody's forcing you. All right, I think we got the second piece. Let's see if this fits. I'm going to call that a fit. Yeah, that's a fit. All right, so we got the second piece out there. All right. What's the next piece we need? I feel like just sticking with this section, it's like we're doing great. All right, there's a piece. You can see it there. It looks like it's got two claws, and then the third one wraps around. I mean, that's a unique looking piece. We should be able to find that. It's like an E, but the lowest section of the E like wraps around. We should be able to find that piece. What do you think? But if we don't, I'm not going to go crazy. If it's there, it's there. If it's not, we look for something we can find. I'll tell you, this looks like it. We're looking for an E piece that wraps around at the bottom. This looks like an E piece that wraps around at the bottom. Yeah, I think this is the piece. So I'm just trying to think how this goes on. Well, let's just stick it in there and see what happens. It fit. That piece. We have 3 pieces on the board. All right. Cheating turns out to work really well. Like better than I thought it would work. All right. The next piece has a flat bottom with 2 crazy arms that come up from it. Now I almost feel like these doubles are counterproductive because I'm like not looking in the doubles section. By double, I mean 2 pieces together, not really doubles. All right. So where's the 2 arms piece? This has 2 arms, but it doesn't have a flat bottom. This has 2 arms, but they're too short. This piece is just flat out crazy. All right, I'm not seeing that piece. Maybe it was too specific a piece to look for. Or maybe this is it right here. Let's give it a shot. So it would need, if this is it, it's going to slide in underneath here. That's it. That's the piece. So there's the 4th piece. All right, I guess this is a good idea. Just keep looking for these pieces. All right, so what goes here? I don't know. Let's look at the board here. All right, so what goes there is actually it's an interesting piece. It kind of looks like this piece. It's just like a single thing. In fact, that might be the piece. Let's try it. If it's not the piece, okay, I think it is the piece. I think that's it. So that's piece 5. All right. Shall we continue? All right, there's a piece now. It actually looks like one of those pieces I thought was an edge piece. So I might have been wrong about those edge pieces. In fact, I'm not even going to try for this piece right now. Seems like too complex or something. Unless it's one of these pieces. Nah, let's move on. Let's work on another area. How about these pieces where it's like 2 are already together? There's like one of those pieces. Is it like a corner piece? You know, like one of these 6 edges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like, does one of these, like this one I feel like looks like a corner. Like, look at this piece. Does that look like this one, I mean? Does that look like the angle of a corner? Let's check all 4 corners and see if we can find that piece. Is that it? Yeah, I think I found it. Yeah, that's it. It goes right here. Very simple. Well, I say that, but let me double check it. Okay. So it's like this angle. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. That's 2 pieces right there. 1, 2. We're up to 7. That's a good system. Let's look at some of the other edges. Corners, whatever you want to call them. All right. This corner here, it's a single piece that goes in that corner. And that single piece, it's kind of like a cobra. How it's like has like a candy cane hook at one end and then it's like wriggly at the other end. I'm not sure that helps. How about this piece? Does that look like a corner piece? Let's see if any of the corners look like that. Actually, is that the piece we were looking for a second ago? No, that's not it. That's not it. How about the other corner? No, but you know what? I see this corner piece like clear as day. It's this piece, right? That's just gonna go right in there. All right. Okay. 8th piece is there. All right, let's keep looking at corners. They're very fruitful. The next corner is also just a single corner piece. It's just a single piece that plops right in the corner. Look at this piece. We got to keep our eyes open for that. That's a very distinct piece. All right, so this next corner is just literally a corner. And then it has like a little wriggle that comes out of it. So where's the piece that looks like it's already a corner? With a little wriggle coming out of it. Well, I don't see it. I mean, I'm sure it's here, but I just don't happen to see it at the moment, so I'm not going to obsess over it. Let's go on to the next piece. I'm sure it'll turn up. Is it this piece? That looks like a corner, doesn't it? That's not this corner. But that could be the next corner, maybe? No, it's not. The next corner is also just a piece that sits in the corner. And by the way, this is the piece that goes next to it. But we need the first piece first. We need the corner piece first. So it's literally just a corner piece with a little like V stuck on the end of it. So we're now looking for 2 pieces that are already in the shape of a corner. So I feel like they should be obvious. Like, why are we not finding them? How about this piece? Does that look like a corner? I don't know. All right, this is it. The corner piece with the little wriggle. That goes here. There we go. There we go. Right in that corner. We're up to 9. Now there's one more corner piece. This corner. There's actually 2 more, but this one, it's like a long corner piece. Let's try this piece right there. Yeah, I think that's it. 10. Well, I won't say 10% of the way yet. I think we need to get one more piece in before we declare it 10%. I think what goes under here, I don't know. Let's see. Let's take a look. So, wow, it's a crazy. The piece that goes under there is an insane piece. It loops around all the way to here. It goes all the way around to here, and then it comes up here and makes 3 branches. So that's a crazy piece. We should be able to find that piece. One end loops around. The other end has 3 branches. I think it looks a lot like this piece, honestly. I think that's the piece. Let's try to drop that in there. Wow, that was a huge piece. All right, so we're 10% of the way through the puzzle. We're on the 11th piece of a total of 111 pieces. All right, let's see if we can do this. How's your night going? Oh, okay, so let me just answer Jose Lopez. How's your night going? Well, anyone in chat can answer. I mean, not just me, but for me, I would say my night is going pretty good. We had plans to do a hike today at this location with good views, but we ended up not doing it. It was good weather, but I don't know, the kids were like in a video game at the time, so we ended up not doing it. So what we instead did is took the dog for a 75-minute walk, and there happened to be like, I'm not even going to call it a hike. It's just like a little dog walk place that's like, maybe like 20 minutes from our house by foot. So, but it was cool because we walked over this overpass over the highway. So we had to walk like 5-10 minutes to get to the overpass, walk over the overpass, another 5-10 minutes to the dog walk park. And then at the dog walk park, that was actually the coolest part. First of all, the dog was in a good mood, enjoying the walk. And then it was like, last time we went there, I remember which was in October, we remembered it was October because we remember there being Halloween decorations last time we were there. And we ran into a bunch of dogs, and it was like almost overcrowded. But we didn't run into a single dog this time, which was crazy. So we were there, I think, at like maybe 4 to 5, somewhere in that range. And we didn't run into a single dog. I don't know how. All right, I'm trying to find a piece that has a big, like triangle on it. I think this piece might be the piece. Okay, does it match the shape otherwise? Yeah, I think it does. So this big triangle, it goes like right here. Like the piece that we just put in, it goes like in front of that. I'm going to try to zoom this in a little bit. You might lose some of the other things on the screen, but you'll be able to see the puzzle better. Yeah, you might lose some of the outside pieces, but you'll see the puzzle. So let's keep it at that zoom. I think that's a good zoom. So you can see the puzzle, solved in the little window, and then you can see what we're working on tonight. All right, so I think this piece goes like right in here. Of course, if it doesn't go in there and I start forcing it in, then everything's going to get screwed up. Okay, it fit in. So we're up to 12 pieces. All right. Look at the flat edge on that piece. Is that an edge piece somewhere? It seems like that should be an edge piece somewhere. I feel like it should be. All right, I want to get that on both cameras. If you notice, both cameras are now zoomed in because I have the same camera. Camera 1 and camera 2 are the same model camera, and when I use the remote control, it zooms them both in. So now they're both tighter shots, which is probably good. We're probably going to use those 2 cameras most. So right now, I'm just looking for this piece, and I think I see it. I think it goes in this corner, but not exactly at the corner. It goes like kind of next to it. So I'm not going to count that piece yet, but we have to find that corner piece so that we can, well, we need more than just that corner piece. You know what? I think I'm just going to leave it here. It goes here, but we need to get the corner first. We need to build out and reach it. We can't just be like throwing pieces in there and then moving them around. We need to like, be a little more accurate. Look at this piece. It has a big triangle back here, or a big trapezoid really, and then it almost looks like the "Don't Tread on Me" snake. Let's see how we can use that piece. All right, so we have 5 of the 6 corners. We're still missing 1 corner, and again, that corner is a single. At least the point, the actual corner point, is just a single piece. But that doesn't make it easy necessarily. Yeah, I don't see that piece. It might be a while before we get this corner, unless we just happen to spot it. But I'm not seeing it right now. Yeah. All right, we'll get it. I'm gonna take a. We'll get it eventually. All right. What is this piece? This looks like an interesting piece. I feel like I should be able to find that piece. In fact, doesn't it look like this piece? Did those two go together? No, they don't. I don't know why I thought that. There's something similar about them, but they don't go together. Or do they? Maybe like this? No. It's like upside down. There's something similar, but they don't go together. So we're still looking for that corner piece. I think we got to work on something else. That corner is just not going to happen. How about this V? Where does that V go? How about the middle of the board? Is there anything? No, we can't start building from the middle. You got to build from the edge. All right. So the last piece we put out here. What's the next piece after that? It's kind of a big piece. It's got like 4 branches. I think so, right? If I'm reading that correctly. You see a piece down here with 4 branches? Oh, okay. Sounded like a decent day. I've been home playing chivalry. Where do you buy your wooden kits? So the wooden kits are from Amazon. Like, I can't promise that all of them are, but mostly they're from Amazon. So, Amazon. This one is kind of random. A lot of them are from Roker, U-Gears, and a couple other brands, but this particular one, just kind of random, like I think Amazon recommended it, and I took a look. It's actually, now that I see it in person, I don't think it really fits the price. I think it should have been like half the price. It's a tough puzzle, and sometimes you would say, well, you got to pay them for the design. But that's not really how this type of media works, whether it's an album or a movie or a comic book. It's like you're not supposed to have to pay for the design. You just pay, they could put like $500 million into making a movie, but you just pay the same ticket price as any other movie. Like, that's the way it's supposed to be. And some people kind of scam that system by making like crappy movies and making them, and getting the same money for them. But, the point is, they're all supposed to be the same price. Now, with the puzzles, you could say, well, what about the material cost? Yeah, that could be true. If one puzzle's 100 pieces and another's 1,000, then maybe the 1,000 piece has to cost, 10 times as much, maybe, or at least 5 times as much. All right, so here's a piece with 4 branches. I don't know if that's the only piece on the board like that, or if that's exactly the piece we're looking for. I think it's exactly the piece we're looking for. Let's give it a shot. There we go. That's it. That's the piece. All right, so what are we up to now? 13 pieces. All right, let's keep going. We still got to get that corner. Actually, the next piece is a very unique piece. It has like a chunky middle. It has like a double size. You see how like this piece has like a trapezoid in it? The next piece that we're looking for, you can see it on the board there. It kind of looks like a J right next to a K. And like the bars of the J and the K create like basically, like a rectangle, like a double thick piece. We should be able to find that. Looks like a J on one side, looks like a K on the other. That should be an easy piece to find. Where is it? We're staring right at it, but where is it? This piece looks like a J, but we need the K. We need a K stuck on the back. All right. Is it one of these pieces that's already a double? No. Well, for a unique piece with a double thick middle, I'm not seeing it. You would think that double thick rectangle in the middle of the piece would stick out like a sore thumb, but I don't see it, which makes me think that it's one of these like double pieces, but I don't see it there either. So we're just going to have to keep scanning these pieces and try to figure that out. Yeah. Don't see it. Seems like it'd be so easy, but I'm not seeing it. Oh, is this it? Not as dramatic as what I was describing, right? This is probably not it. Yeah, this is not it. This looks kind of like a JK as well, but it's not the one that we're looking for. The one that we're looking for definitely has the rectangle in the middle, and this one doesn't have that. I think we need to go on to another piece, just get some small victory somewhere, because we're not seeing that piece that we're looking for. I'm not seeing it. On the website for this puzzle, it says don't give up. So let's not give up. I'm sure the piece we're looking for is here somewhere, but we might go on to another piece. Like, for example, we have these two corner pieces here. What goes in between them? Let's take a look. Maybe there's something unique looking there. All right, so first of all, right in this piece is one of these two pieces, whichever one fits. This one looks like it could fit. That one doesn't, so it must be this one, right? That's it. That's the match. So there we go. We tried something else, and that something else worked. So now we're up to 14 pieces. What am I? Oh, okay. That's the puzzle. All right. Let's keep doing that. Let's keep working this corner. So the next piece in this corner is a 3-branch piece. All 3 branches about the same size. Is that a 3-branch piece? I don't know. I don't think that's the piece we're looking for. This is not the easiest puzzle. What is this piece? That looks like something. But I don't know what. Looks like something, but not maybe what we're looking for. Oh, look at this piece that has receiving. I guess that's just receiving 2 pieces. We also never found that J K piece. I'm going to stop looking for it if we didn't see it by now. All right, let's go on to the next corner. What does that have? All right, that I see that piece actually. I know I've seen that piece on the board. It's this piece right here. So this piece apparently goes right here. Yep, that's it. That's a match. 15 pieces. Slow going. We're not at 20% yet. All right, let's keep going. The next piece after that is a long snake-like piece. So yeah, a long snake-like piece. A lot of these pieces look like long snake-like pieces. That's not even a unique description for this puzzle. All right. How about connecting between this piece and that piece? Oh, that's the same piece that we're looking for. Okay. You know what? One of these pieces might be the double. Like, is this it? Is this the double piece? No, that's not it. For a second, I was thinking one of those doubles is it's the piece we're looking for. I think it is there, but it's like we're not up to it yet. It's like it goes in the middle here. So we got to find the pieces on either side. And then we'll get to that middle piece. So what about this piece? All right, we need to find the pieces that reach this piece. So this piece goes here. But we need to find the pieces on either side so that we can use that piece. Okay. Okay, where's the piece with like a Wonder Woman logo in the middle of it? If we can find that piece, that'll go in the middle there. I don't see it. Or do I? No, that's not it. It's like a piece with a triangle at both ends. What about this piece? Oh, we already discovered this piece. We know it goes here somewhere. Here's a piece with 4 arms. See this piece? 4 arms. Let's see if we can find where that goes. No, that's crazy. We're too early to start trying to place pieces, like looking at the piece first. It's too early for that. We gotta look for the location and then look for the piece that fits in the location. All right, I think I have to put this in the middle because it's literally just one piece on each side. So we can measure that. All right, there's one piece that goes here and one piece that goes here. So I'm going to count those two pieces. It makes me feel better. Now, what do we put next to those pieces? And this still looks like a corner. Are we sure this isn't the missing corner piece? Let me go check that again. Yeah, it's not. As much as it looks like it should be. It's not. I'll tell you what, though. There's another piece that it might be. And it goes right here. Let's try it there. This is 2 if we get it. That's a match. That's a hit. We're up to 19 pieces. All right, so something's happening. It's happening slowly, but it's happening. That bag's not doing anything for us. Let's get that off screen. All right. And this long piece up top, we said we were going to add this here. Does that go in there? It looks like it does. Let me just confirm. Is that go there? Does that go there? I think it does. Let's try it. Why is it not fitting in? I guess it doesn't go there. Oh, I have it upside down, maybe? That doesn't make any sense. I guess it doesn't go there. I don't know what I was thinking, but it doesn't go there. But then that makes me think that the whole thing is screwed up if that doesn't go there. Okay, no. I got another piece that goes there. This piece goes there. Well, that doesn't go there either. All right. Maybe I've messed up and this isn't the correct corner piece. Let's take another look. No, that's correct. That's correct. We just need one more piece first. It's a piece. It's a small piece that kind of looks like a fleur-de-lis. Do you know the fleur-de-lis? It's like the three, things coming out. It's a small piece. Looks like a choppy, blocky fleur-de-lis. This potentially could be it. Let's give it a shot. It might not be. Probably isn't. Yeah, I'm not going to try that piece. That doesn't look enough like it. Wait a second. Isn't it this piece? Why did this piece not fit? Did we try it like backwards or something? This is it. This is the choppy, blocky fleur-de-lis. Why am I not able to fit it in there? This absolutely goes there. Yeah, okay, that fits. I don't know why that took me like 4 tries, but that's where it goes. All right, now this piece should go. We should be able to add this now. Good. We got that in there. Kind of messed up some other stuff. All right. What do you think? We need like one more piece, then we'll call it 20%. All right, so we're right up to this corner piece, but we still didn't find that corner piece. It's such a simple piece. This isn't it, is it? No, that doesn't look right. But should we try it anyway? Well, there's one more piece we have to put before we can try that piece. We can try that piece in the corner, but it's not the next piece. the next piece is a C-shaped piece where the bottom of the C extends out quite far. So, like this piece, for example. Let's try it. That's it. That's the piece. Everything is moving and shifting, but that's the piece. All right, 22. So we're at 20%. All right, let's see here. So we said that this was the corner piece, right? So we have to try it now. Okay. There we go. Corner piece. Piece 23. This is happening. It's not impossible. I mean, of course we're cheating, but it is moving along at least. So we still have some stretches of wall that we haven't filled in. So maybe let's work on that. Like, for example, this piece looks like it goes along a wall. We should probably look for other pieces that look like they go along the wall. You know, work on those. Here's a piece with 4 arms. Weren't we looking for a 4-armed piece before? Anyway, how about right here? It looks like there should be one piece that goes in there. Like, you can already see what the shape of that piece should be. That was the JK piece. We've been looking for that piece. Why can't we find it? We've been looking like for half an hour for that JK piece. It looks like a J on the left side. It looks like a K on the right side. It has like a double thick in the middle. It should be easy to find. But I don't see it. Oh, is this it? That's it, right? This is our JK piece. So it has to fit there. Wow. Well, I guess it doesn't really look like a JK. Looks like a joke, maybe. All right, that's in there. But it's not. Something's a little off. All right, I think it's in there now. I slid a lot of pieces around, but I think it's in there. So we're up to 24 pieces now. Now we have a relatively short stretch here, slightly bigger here. We need 2 pieces here, and then we need a lot there. So the 2 pieces here are probably the 2 shortest things to do, but we've been looking for those already and didn't find them. So let's try see what it looks like over here. All right, so over here, the next piece is it's one of those pieces that we were like identifying in the beginning because we thought they were going to be corner pieces. Was it like this piece? Maybe? No, not exactly. It looks like an L on one side. And then on the other side, it looks like a corner. How about this piece? Where does this go? I'm going to look around for this piece. I feel like we should be able to spot that. That's like a JT, that piece. Like JT. But I don't know, maybe it's kind of upside down. Maybe it's more of a T backwards J. Anyway, let's see if we can find that piece. All right, what's going on in this corner? Well, I'm beginning to think that these like pieces that are kind of already assembled are not actually helpful. Like I'm not really thinking in terms of pieces that are already in combined. Like I'm looking for like single pieces at a time. Well, I can just break them apart and then they won't be together anymore. All right, what goes down here in this corner? Looks like an L, a squiggle. L followed by a squiggle. But a very squiggly squiggle. Not like just a little bit of a squiggle. I don't think that's it. That looks like something, but not what we're looking for at the moment. Kind of stuck here. Still never placed that 4-piece. The piece that goes here is like a 3-piece. Like, how many 3 pieces do we have left? Like, here's one, but it doesn't have the shape we're looking for. Here's another very specific shape on that one. By 3, I mean like the flag of Sicily. Like 3 coming out, 3 arms, branches, whatever you want to call it, coming out from the center. Right. Kind of stuck here. It's been a while since something good happened. Right. It's living up to its name of an impossible puzzle. But we're not going to give up. This one looks like a guy running. Like there's the head, there's the arms, there's the legs. I mean, it's 2 pieces together, but kind of looks like a guy running. I don't know. I'm not even sure if that's 2 pieces together. Maybe that's just coincidence. All right, let's look up in this corner. We haven't checked there in a while. All right. Actually, that's a good piece. There's a thick, like A structure. It's like an A and then an M, but the M is flipped upside down. It's not a W. It's like an upside down M. But the A part is kind of recognizable because it's like it's filled in at the top, but not at the bottom. So it's kind of a thick piece. This looks like, oh, I hit the bottom of the thing and I lost the piece I was looking at. There was a piece that looked like an AM, but the A wasn't chunky. We need an AM, A upside down M, with the A being chunky. So like a filled in triangle. I just feel like I should be able to find that piece, but I don't see it at the moment. As much as it seems like it should stand out. Yep, that's why I read news articles on Jigsaw Puzzle Days, because it's tough to keep just talking about these puzzle pieces. Alright, where's that thick A? Gotta be here somewhere. Okay. Let's check every piece. Am I like skipping over pieces? How am I not finding this? Alright. That's not it. 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 None of these are it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Where is that chunky A? That has something like it. It has the chunkiness, but it's not the one we're looking for. This one has 3. Oh, there it is. Right there. How did I not see that sooner? Alright. It's been so long. I was looking for it. I don't remember what I was supposed to do with it when I find it. Alright, I think it just slides in like this. Yep. There you go. 25 pieces. Alright, we get another 3 pieces and we'll call ourselves 25% of the way done. Alright, so what goes... Oh, the piece that goes into that M, upside down M, is also interesting. It again has a thick section. So it's one of those snake-like pieces, but it has like a thick section in it. So let's stick that in there. Alright, there we go. I accidentally moved that piece, but that piece isn't secured yet. Alright, we're up to 26. Now, what goes after that thick piece? Well, I can't assume that we'll just find piece after piece, but I'll tell you, there's a piece that goes 2 below that looks like this F sort of piece. It's a weird looking piece. It's like an F with a Z at the bottom. And there's a piece that goes here that looks like a crab. Let me see if we could find that piece. Yeah, I see that piece. Yeah. Is this it? Yeah. Yeah, let's see if that fits in. No, that's not going to fit. But then why did I think it was correct? Because it goes on top of this piece. This piece is in the corner. And then this goes like on top of it, like this. Or maybe this is not the piece. This is just not the piece. Well, let's try it. Maybe it goes. Is that the right piece? Does that seem like it fits there? Alright. If there's another piece that goes inside of it. No, that's not the piece. Yeah, that's either not the piece or we didn't put it in the right way. I think it's just not the piece. Though it kind of looked like it could be. Alright, this piece. Why do I still think this is the right piece? But it's clearly not. But it has something like that looks in common with the piece that we are looking for. Something about it, but that's not it. How about this piece? No, that's not it either. This is an interesting piece. We should be able to find that. Whatever time we need this one, it'll be findable. Yeah, I don't know. I thought that piece would be easy to find, but it seems like it's not. I'm really tempted to go back to the news, but I feel like that's just going to slow down the puzzle even more. We got to get something in place here. How about what goes there? Let's take a look. All right. What goes there? It's after that AM piece. Yeah. Yeah, we should be able to find that piece. It's like, I think this is the piece. I don't even have, it's like a barbed V. Does that make sense? Pretty sure that's the piece. But when I tried to put it in, I knocked the other piece out. But let's just put the other piece back in. Yeah, there we go. That fits. The pieces are like sticking to my arms. That's not cool, but it is what it is. All right. It's another chunky piece coming up. But I think let's try to get some other pieces. Like this corner seems to like left a lot of open space. All right, so the piece that goes there is just like a straight line. Straight line, well, a little bit of a wiggle to it. A little bit of a wiggle to it, but basically there's no branches on the piece. Maybe this is the piece. I don't know. No. That's not the piece. But let's remember that piece. It's kind of a simple piece. It's simpler even than that piece. It's quite slightly more complex than that piece. It's like that piece, but it has a little like rectangle on the end. This piece. It looks like exactly like this piece. So that must be the piece that we're looking for. And it's going to go into the first of these two like V's. Okay. Wow. I'm knocking pieces apart, which is not good. Yeah, it's going to make it tougher later to complete the puzzle if I start shifting them around. All right, 28. So I think we can say now that we're 25% of the way done. Not that we're doing great. We're actually doing kind of terrible, but at least we're still moving. We're not quite... We haven't given up yet. We haven't done very well yet, but we haven't given up yet. All right, so we're still looking for that single hook piece. There's a single hook piece with a large triangle near the bottom, near the hook, frankly. And it's going to go right there. Right in there. Actually, a single hook is an accurate description. It's kind of hooked at both ends. Got a little bit of a hook at each end. And it's got a large triangle at one end. Similar to this piece. Don't say it. Oh well. Similar to this piece. Oh, is this it? I think this is it. There we go. 29 pieces. Now, I think we can get that piece. It's like one kind of piece. So it kind of looks like a Big Dipper with like, again, that Sicilian flag attached to it. Big Dipper with either a Sicilian flag. This one just looks like all Sicilian flag, but we're looking for a Big Dipper into, or let's say Sicilian flag with one of the arms being a Big Dipper. So it's got one long hook at one end and two little flares at the other end. This kind of like, I'm just kind of describing this. That's not correct, but it's kind of like that piece. It's something like that. Is it like this? I think this is the piece. Let's see if that fits in there. Well, that's it. Dropped right in. Big Dipper right there. All right, that's 30 pieces. I feel like we're sort of moving along. We still have a lot that we didn't do. Like, what is going on down here? Like, why do we not have that piece yet? That should be an easy piece. It's an L with another L stuck to its back. And it's an L with another L stuck to its back. It should be easy. And then, like, some piece flaring out of it. This looks like a F with some crazy things attached to it. Where's that double L? Come on. Should be, again, very simple. Two L's stuck to each other. We should be able to spot that piece, but not seeing it at the moment. This looks like something, but not what we're looking for. Is it among the doubles? Eventually, there's going to be pieces we're looking for that are among the doubles. I don't know why it hasn't happened yet. I don't know how it hasn't happened yet. What is this piece? It's either a JL or it's an R with something above it. Could that be along the edge? Let me look if there's anything along the edge. Yeah, there is. There is. It goes right here. That R with the L goes here, but there needs to be one more piece before it. So it like goes here, but there's another piece there. So, and that other piece is, again, it's a 3-arm piece. Seem to be stalled on a lot of those 3-arm pieces. Like, why are we not finding them? They're here. We're apparently staring right at them. All right. Yeah. So this one's like 2 L's end to end. The piece that we're looking for. It's like 2 L's end to end. And then V coming off of that. Yeah. Don't see it. Easy to describe, tough to find. So we're looking for one piece that's 2 L's end to end and another piece that's 2 L's like front to back. But you know, an L just means a right angle. So I'm not sure that it's really going to be that unique of a piece. All right, what about this piece? Is that like a 2L sort of a piece? Not really. does look like something, though. Along the bottom, maybe. I'll tell you what, there is a piece along the bottom that we have here. But again, it's like an empty space before we get to it. I'm going to put it there. I'm fairly confident that it's right. But there's another piece that goes in between. So we've started sticking on pieces and counting them without finding the piece that is going to lock it in. It's kind of a bad practice to do, but I just feel like we have to do something. We can't just sit here and stare at an empty board. We have to do something to move it forward. All right. There's another piece that sticks on here before we get to the piece that goes down there. The piece that goes down there is a very simple piece. It's like the closest thing to... No, it's not the closest thing to a straight line because it has a V and a Z. It kind of looks like a Z goes into a V, but it's a pretty simple piece. Does this look like one of those L pieces we were looking for before? Impossible puzzle. Does that look like an end piece? One of these lines? Let's check the other side. No, I don't see it. Okay. Okay. Wow, there's a lot of pieces that we still haven't found yet that look like fairly easy. I'll tell you, at least if they could have colored one side one color, so at least we knew which was the front and the back of the pieces. But I guess that's why they call it like an impossible puzzle. Like they're not even going to tell you which direction the piece goes. Like just making it, just taking every possible hint away from you. That's the plan. The piece that goes here kind of looks like an E, like an E that goes on a birthday cake. Kind of like this. Like, see, there's a little like rod at the bottom. It's like how an E would go on a birthday cake. That's correct. 32 pieces. Sorry for that sound. All right. I think this goes here. Let's try it. Does that a fit? Yeah, that goes. All right, so we're 30% of the way done. That was piece 33. Now, what goes there? Is it just one more piece? Yeah, just one more piece goes there. And that piece, it wraps around this piece. So that means it has like 3 faces. It's kind of like half of a hexagon. So where is that piece that has half of a hexagon? We find that piece and we got what goes there. And it looks otherwise other than that connection, that hexagon connection, it looks kind of like a U. Or maybe it looks more like an O, where one section is not closed. Looks more like an O that's been opened than a U, because a U would have less like pieces, or less, what's the word? Wood in this case. Their pieces are made of wood. All right. Well, regardless, I don't see the O piece that I was looking for. Battery, 9% battery on the YOLO box. All right, I got to plug that in. So how long have we been going for? Almost 2 hours. Wow. It's taken almost 2 hours. So it takes us 4 minutes per piece. That is some slow going. But maybe we'll get some pieces quickly at some point. I don't know. Doesn't seem like it. Like, I'm just looking for a piece that looks like an O, and I can't find it. Like, you would think that would be easy. Like, how many pieces are O-shaped? All right, let's look for every piece that looks like it could be an O. It kind of looks like a U as well. I don't know. Does it look like an O, or does it look like a U? Tough call there. There's still the 4-piece. Haven't we found that yet? There's another like birthday cake piece there. I'm just sort of keeping that in mind. You know, eventually we'll find... Oh, here's the piece. Well, I think this could have been also defined by the negative space. I was saying it looks like an O that's been opened, that being the opened part. The negative space is like, I don't know. Anyway, I'm pretty sure this is the piece. It goes in here. It's like the only part like left. Why did I think this fit? It's like not fitting right now when I'm trying to do it. Am I putting it at the wrong place? Yeah, I'm putting it at the wrong place. It goes down here. Been so long, I was looking, I forgot what location I was looking for. All right, so that's good. That piece fit there. And now we got one or maybe 2 more pieces that go here. Yeah, I think it's 1 piece, and then another piece goes inside it. And this piece that goes here, let me see a second here. Yeah, it definitely looks like a U. But, all right, this piece definitely looks like a U. And then the piece next to it, I don't think a U is the right word for it. It's a U at the bottom, but then it's kind of like this one. It's like a U at the bottom, but then it's got a lot of stuff going on outside of it, that U. So we really gotta look for it, not a U. Though it does have a U element of it. Kind of like this piece. It's like, it looks like a U at the bottom, but it's got a lot more going on. That's not the piece, but it's conceptually like that. This piece is absolutely a U. So I guess this puzzle has a lot of pieces that look like U's. But I'm not finding the one that's we're looking for at this moment, because it has like 2 spikes on one side, and then it has like a curl on the other side. Well, let's not obsess over it. How about let's look for this piece? We still didn't find that piece. So the piece next to that, yeah, okay. Oh, the FZ piece goes there. I remember we saw that FZ piece. Where did it go? It looked like an F with a Z attached to the bottom. We got to find that piece again because that's the piece we're looking for right now. Oh, here it is. FZ. Yeah, absolutely. All right, so it goes in like this. So we're going to need one more piece still. So there's two pieces go in this section because the FZ is not going to solve all of our problems. How do we even get this in here? Wow. I know it goes here. Oh, maybe it does go from one end to the other. Something's not right. Are there more than one FZ pieces? All right, that's the angle. All right, is that in there? Yeah. There's still one more piece, though. 35. I don't know why that piece was so difficult to get in. All right, so on top of that FC piece, it goes a piece with like a sort of wide, unclosed triangle at the bottom, the base of the triangle, and then the top of the triangle goes into just another piece. But it basically, it goes somewhere. It's not this one. This is more of a rectangle at the bottom. It's something with like a chunky triangle at the bottom. And I have to remember to look at these like two pieces, because that's eventually, eventually they're going to be used for something. Strange that we haven't put many of those pieces that came stuck together. This has like a triangle base, but it also got something going lower. Obviously, we can't go outside the board. Yeah, don't see it. Moving on. We never got this piece. What is that piece again? That's a triple. We should be able to find that. There's not that many triples. Why can't we spot that piece? It's kind of like doing a split at the bottom, and then it's got just a one arm at the top. Look at this piece. That's a interesting shape to it. Almost looks like a swimmer. Not completely. Like a cartoonish swimmer. Oh, is that triangle piece we were looking for? Let's take another look. What did that thing look like? Well, it looks like it should go there. So let's just try it there. I lost the piece. Was this it? Yeah. I kind of lost what I was looking for. That's not it anyway. This one too has kind of a triangle at the bottom. Suddenly they all have triangles at the bottom. This one too. That one could be the one we're looking for. But it's not. Suddenly they all have triangles at the bottom. I can't find one without a triangle at the bottom. All of a sudden, they all have triangles at the bottom. Triangle. All right, what about up here? Let's try to find that piece. Again, triangle at the bottom. What does that piece look like? It's like a mountain range. It's like a triangle that leads to two triangles and then like some slanty lines. This looks like it, but it's a double. It looks like it, though. It is it. So we're going to get a 2 for 1 here. We just have to, I think, flip it over first. Yeah, that looks good. All right. We're getting a 2 for 1 here. There we go. 37. Still not halfway yet. Oh, what was that? We were looking for something like this before. Is that what we were looking for? No. Look at this one. Three triangles on the top. All right, what about over here? Okay. That's the L's. That's the back-to-back L's. That's what goes there. I'll tell you, on the answer, it looks so simple. But for some reason, I don't see that piece. Like when I look at what pieces are available, I don't see anything that looks like it's two back-to-back L's with the back L having a flare coming out of it. But I don't see a piece that looks like that. As simple as it is to describe, I just don't see a piece that looks like that. Am I like staring right at it and not seeing it? Or is it one of these doubles? Look at this piece. It's like the West Virginia logo. We got to be able to find that piece. Let's look for that piece. Where is the West Virginia logo? I'll tell you what. I'm seeing something else here. Yeah. I'm seeing something different. Here it is. That's it. All right, let's get this piece in there. Yep, there we go. So it wasn't the piece we were looking for, but I just saw it and it's a match. It goes, it helps us. One more piece done. All right, 38. Still didn't get this piece. And at this point, I don't even remember. Oh, the West Virginia piece is a piece that we saw, right? Right here, yeah. And we thought we'd see it on the board, but I looked and I didn't see it, so I don't know. The piece that goes here is the 3-arm piece that looks like it's doing a split at the bottom. But for some reason, I don't see it, you know? Is it this piece? It kind of looks like it's doing a split at the bottom. All right. Yeah, This is probably it. Let's try that. How does it relate to this other piece? So the 3-arm piece does a split at the bottom. This is supposed to connect to that piece. Okay. That looks good. Oh. This, I think, is supposed to be not quite connected. I think there's another piece that goes in there in between those two. Like a thin piece, but it goes. For that piece, I advanced the counter to 39. So after this little dipper here goes a piece that's, again, one of those 3-arm pieces. We see that we got a 4-arm piece. The 3-arm, it might be this piece. Let's try it. How does it go? Right into the little dipper? Yeah. There's still one more piece before we connect to that. But at least we're on 40 pieces. Alright, so that one missing piece is a fairly simple piece. I think we talked about this piece before. It's just a little like, it's almost like a straight line, a little zigzaggy maybe. How many zigs and zags does it have? It like zigs one way and then it zags two the other way. I'm not making any sense. I'm just looking for a piece that has like a V cut in one direction, then 2 V cuts in the other direction. But otherwise, it's kind of like a straight line. And that's almost like, it's almost like that piece, but not exactly. This one's kind of like a straight line. Is that the piece we're looking for? No. Doesn't have the 2 like V cuts on it, or V bumps really. Yeah, I don't see the piece. How about down here? We haven't gotten a piece there in a while. I'm not even sure. Is there a break there? No, there isn't. Alright, so the piece at the bottom. Again with the L structure. And then it shoots off. I say it shoots off because it has a line at the top and a bunch of wiggles before it gets to that. Another way to look at it is it's like a U, where one of the sides of the U is long with a bunch of zigzags. Well, that description didn't help either, because I don't see that piece. I know the things I'm saying are just like insane. I'm going to remove this from the podcast. It can stay as a puzzle video, but it's a complete fail as a podcast. I got to remember to remove that. Wow. Here's kind of a straight piece. It's not the one we're looking for at this moment, but it is a straight piece. Oh, the 2 L's, one of them with flare. We were looking for this forever. Why did we need this? I don't remember at this point. Let's see if we can find it. It was the 2 L's, one of them with flare. All right, there it is. I see where it goes. 2 L's. Yeah, the back one with a little flare goes right here. There we go. Nice. So did that connect to this side? Yeah, I think it did. And then the piece that comes out of there, that's a 3-arm piece. It's really like a hook. I think it's this piece. Why is it not? I feel like we screwed everything up adding that piece. All right, this is, again, there's a little space there. Even though it doesn't look like it. It looks like it fits. Maybe it does. Let me double check. No, there's something that goes in the middle there. I don't know why. It seems like it doesn't need anything, but apparently there's something. Okay. Weren't we looking at one point for a U with a big hook on one side? Because there is one right there. I feel like we're finally getting somewhere with this puzzle. I know we still have a lot to do, but some stuff is happening at least. Look at that piece. That's like wholly defined in there. Like whatever piece goes in there. Yeah, that's like one piece. We should be able to find that piece. It's just a little like hook, and that's it. Kind of looks like this piece. Is it possible these two are not supposed to be together? No, that's not the piece. It does look like it though, right? Is it possible these two are together by accident? And that really that piece goes there? No, that doesn't fit. There's like a little V-cut in the bottom. It looks like here's a piece with a little V-cut. This is probably the piece. Nope, because it's not straight up there. It says like we found 2 pieces that were close. This one looked so good, but it's not correct. Because this arm is supposed to be straight. So where's the correct piece? I'm finding suddenly so many like pieces that look kind of good, but aren't the one we're looking for. Like that one. Like this one. That piece looks like pi. Pi from math. We still have one of these little dippers that we haven't used. How is that possible? Well, it's possible. And this is a unique piece with that chunky, like, it looks like home plate. We should be able to find that piece. That was my ankle. I don't know if that was heard across the broadcast. Yep. Unfortunately, I don't see the piece we're looking for. There's another piece that kind of looks like it, but it's not it. We got to work on a different section. Can't get stuck on one spot. All right, let's go to this corner over here. That was the piece that kind of looked like a beaker to me. An L and then a beaker. So where is that piece? That's not it, is it? No. I'm trying to like memorize the look of this piece because it's like so distinct when I look at it in the instructions, but I can't seem to find it down here in the actual pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like an L, and then 4 direction changes. Is this it? No. It's like the L is like going the wrong direction. Wow. How about this? No, that's not right. It's a smooth L. Wow. How about this piece? Does that look like it should be on an edge somewhere? Let's look for that piece. This piece here as well. Should be able to find. It's like an S and then like an M. I'm using all these weird like descriptions for pieces because I'm just trying to describe them in a way that I can remember them and recognize them when I see them, but obviously that's not working. And we still have this huge empty section down here. Why? Why is that so bad? Oh, that's the piece we were looking for, the beaker. And then it was like that straight piece we were looking for over here, semi-straight piece. It's like we're doing really bad down here. All right, there's a U piece that goes here. It's like a U with 2 triangles and a rectangle on the left side. But the right side is just a line. We should be able to find that piece. That's a very unique piece I'm describing. So 2 boring sides, and then the third side has 2 triangles and like a rectangle, and even the rectangle on the other side has like a little like triangle sticking off it. But the first 2 sides are just right angles. Those pieces look like they go together. I don't think they do, but they look like they do. That piece looks like a seahorse. A little bit anyway. I don't think seahorses have that thing on the back. Oh, this is the piece we were looking for a minute ago. Where does it go? I'm not sure oh yeah. Yeah, it goes against this piece. But again, we're still missing a piece here. But take what we can get. We're now up to 43 pieces. All right, now the piece that goes in there, it's just a big C. I mean, there's a little like flare on the C, but it's basically a big C. Big backwards C. How much flare is on it? Let's see. It's got a hook at both the top and bottom, and in the top back it has like kind of an X coming out of it. Is this it? No. It's also probably not that big. Like I said, described it like it was big, but it's probably really not that big. I mean, all these pieces are small. Is that an end piece? It's got a flat section there. Alright, we only have like 2 open pieces, and they're both on this bottom. So let's study this bottom. Oh, that beaker piece that we're still looking for. Alright, so this is not the piece we're looking for. Oh, I see the West Virginia piece, though. I see where that goes. But I don't think we're up to it yet. I'll show you where it goes. Does it attach to this piece or not? Let's see. Let me take a look here. I see it on the board. No, I don't think it does. I don't think it does attach to this piece, unless it attaches upside down, which would be like crazy. No, it doesn't. I mean, it kind of does. Does that make sense? What are the odds that it would have been attached the wrong way? It does look like it fits, but not when you look at how it goes. Actually, it goes like this. Does that do anything for it? No, that's still not it. But it looks like it could be it, but it's not. The piece that goes underneath that is like a 3-armed piece, and it's really snug on it. Kind of like this piece. No, it doesn't fit there. Yeah. I don't think we can add this piece without that other piece. And that other piece, as I said, it's a 3-arm piece. How many 3-arm pieces are left? Is it possible it's the 4-arm piece? No, it's a 3-arm piece. And it's a 3-arm piece that we've been waiting for. It goes here. So we got to find that piece. That's an important piece. The problem is, where is it? I mean, I'm looking right at these pieces. I see a 4-arm piece. I don't see any 3-arm pieces. Unless, again, it's one of these 2 pieces stuck together. There's a 3, but they're all going in the same direction. Crazy. I don't see it. Are there any pieces underneath here? Nope. Nope. Alright. Even though we don't have the piece that goes underneath it, I think I'm going to put it in there regardless. Oh, is the piece already there? Is that why we can't find it? It was already on the board. That's why we couldn't find it. Alright, I don't know if that's good or bad, but we're now 40% of the way done. We still don't have the pieces that go in there. That was so weird. The piece was already in place. That's why we couldn't find it. And this piece that we used to think was stuck to it. Okay. All right, this piece, what goes next to that? That's just a U with one side flare. Look at that piece. Why can't we find that piece? That's such a simple piece. Remember, we thought it was like this piece. We have to find that piece. It's so simple. It's not that, is it? No. It's just a U where the left side hooks out and the bottom it basically looks exactly like this piece, but somehow it's not that piece. Wow. Where is that piece? Nope. Did we already dismiss this piece? Yeah, it's the arm is not long enough. Yeah. I don't know. It's got to be there somewhere. But I don't see it. Excuse me. The 4 piece. Where does that go? Look at this piece. Very distinct. I feel like we should be able to find not only that piece, but the one that goes next to it. We also haven't found... Oh no, that piece is already there. I hope I wasn't still looking for that piece, because it's already on the board. I'm starting to get confused and like looking for pieces that are already in place. That's not going to help. All right, we need to get the whole like sort of bottom done. So we still didn't find that like beaker piece. I know that name doesn't mean anything to you, but it looks like some science lab beaker to me, but just with an L at the bottom of it. And pretty soon, because it's getting late, I'm probably going to have to turn off the lights here. I'm surprised I haven't had to do that yet, but I'm sure it's going to happen soon. This looks like a piece that we were looking for at some point. Is this the piece that goes here that we've been looking for the last, like, year? Yeah, that's the piece. All right, that's good. We needed that. 45. Now we can find this piece. What does that look like? It looks like an E and then a backwards K. Like even the E, it's like a fancy E. I'm just making up stuff. I'm just making up stuff that, to me helps me find the piece. Like, does this look like an E with a backwards K? I mean, it does to me. Let's see if it fits in there. It does. 46. All right, so what goes in front of that piece? That piece looks like an F and an L joined together with a little comb on the back. I don't know. That's kind of crazy, what I'm saying there. But, all right, the F and the L go in opposite directions. It's also sometimes tough to tell the scale of these pieces, like what we're looking at versus what the piece actually is. I think that's why I haven't found that beaker piece yet. It's probably like much smaller than I'm envisioning it. And we still didn't find this piece yet. I mean, come on. That's such a simple piece. How has this piece not been located yet? I mean, come on. It's so easy. Don't obsess over that one piece. Just try to get anything. All right, so in the spirit of getting anything, there's a piece that goes up here that has a chunky part, like that seahorse that we were looking for. So it probably is that seahorse. Not that we were looking for, that we noticed. Yeah, that's going to fit. That's the piece. That's it. 47. So let's just keep looking around. We're just going to keep doing laps, trying to find the pieces. What's going on in the corner here? Did I like knock these pieces out of whack? Were they never completed in the first place? Yeah, we're still missing a piece there. So, and we're missing a lot here. What's going on? Well, that's the famous beaker piece that we just can't find. But how about on this side? Yeah. It's like a little snake piece. Is it like this piece? No. All right. Is it this piece? Let's try it. I think this could be it. What's the angle here? Like this? I feel like I broke more than I fixed, but I think that was correct. And there's still a piece missing here. So here and here, at least two pieces we still need until we even just finish the edge. All right, so what's this piece that goes up here? Oh, the F and Z piece was the last piece that we did. And yeah, there's another piece that goes there. It's one of those triangle at the bottom pieces. Remember at one point we were finding all these pieces with triangles at the bottom? Like, for example, this piece has a triangle at the bottom. It's one of those pieces. And it's a simple one. There's not a lot to it. That doesn't mean that I'll find it. It might be this piece. Let's see if this fits. It doesn't look like it's going to fit, but I'm going to try it anyway. Let me just study that. How does that go in? Yeah, that's the piece. I don't know why I can't get it to fit in. There, it fell in. I don't know. I like looked away for a second and it fell in on its own. All right, another one of those triangle on the bottom pieces goes right there. And this one has a triangle on the bottom, and then it flares out like the letter Y. So let's see if we can find that piece. And then, of course, the flares have little triangles on them. You know, we see a lot of that in this puzzle. Look at this piece. That's an interesting piece. We got to be able to find where that goes. All right, for now, we're looking for a Y with a triangle at the bottom. All right. I mean, how many pieces like that can there be at this point? This looks like a Y with a triangle at the bottom and a bunch of flare at the top. Let's see. Yeah, that looks like it. $50. The thing is, I'm not sure it would even help someone. Like when you build one of those wooden models, someone could watch you and get some ideas. I'm not sure watching someone do this would even help. Like nothing would get easier, even if you watch someone do this. All right, look at the piece that goes here. There's like nothing to this piece. It's just a little, or is it a little? Let's look on the instructions. It might come out the top and not be little. All right, it's next to, yeah, okay, yeah, it's not that little of a piece after all. In fact, it's a piece with a crazy sort of rectangle on one section. Like maybe this piece has a crazy rectangle on one section. That might be the piece. Let's try it. And then it's going to go all the way over here, which is going to tighten up the puzzle, but it might be tough to get it in. No, it went in easy. All right, so if it went in easy, we probably still, yeah, we didn't finish this section yet. I know that when you get the last piece on the edge, it's got to be tough to go in. So we're not at the last piece yet. That's why it's been still easy going. All right, so trying to figure out. This piece might be wrong. Yeah, this piece is wrong. Why did I put this here? That's not the right piece. The right piece has 2 bumps at the top. This looks a lot like the correct piece, but it only has 1. Oh no, it does have 2 bumps. Wow, I just couldn't see them from my angle. I have to look at the monitor. From my angle, I couldn't see the second bump. All right, so what goes here is the giant C piece, which we still haven't found. Is this maybe it? I don't think this is it. Yeah, this isn't it, but it's kind of something like that we're looking for. Maybe this piece? No, that's not it either. You can see it has this interesting shape at the bottom. How did we manage to find 2 pieces that look like giant C's, but neither one was the one we were looking for? Is it this piece? No, that's not it either. How about this one? No. I'm like grasping at straws. Oh, the Y. Weren't we looking for a Y at one point? Because that looks like one. What happened down here? All right, fixed. All right. Oh, that's the beaker piece. We still didn't find that piece. Why the hell not? It's like a U that goes into a beaker. It should be easy. We probably looked at this piece 100 times. For some reason, we're not seeing it. Oh, look at this. A giant U? All of a sudden, I'm like finding all these interesting pieces. Wow. We're never going to find that beaker piece. I know it's out there somewhere, but I don't know. We just, we're not locked in. We're not going to find it. It's going to end up being like at the end when we just got some pieces left, and that'll be it. Also, the doppelganger of this piece, I'll put it here so you can see it. We haven't found that piece's doppelganger yet, which should be easy. It looks like it could be this piece, but this piece already has like, first of all, it doesn't have the like dent at the bottom, and then second, it already has like an attached piece. I don't know. I thought it's supposed to get easier the further you go, but it's not getting easier. Not yet. All right. How about inside of that piece? Yeah, I think we can get that piece. It's like two arms coming out the top and a little flare at the bottom. Is this that W piece we've been looking for forever? No, it's not. Wow. We need to look at something different. Nothing on this area is working. How about this? Is that piece already in? Yes, it is. All right. That one, too. Okay. There's another C piece, and it goes here. And we saw another C piece. So what did we do with it after we found it? Is it this piece? I think it is this piece. Yeah, let's get that in there. All right, nice. I mean, at least we got something done. Not really that amazing, but something. All right. Now, the piece that goes behind that is a forearm piece, which means it must be this piece, because this is the only piece we have left that has 4 arms. And I think it's just going to drop right in there. There we go. Well, we were holding that piece for a while, waiting for it to be useful, and it finally was. All right, the piece that goes above that chunky A is a relatively simple piece. It might be this piece. Let's try it. That's good. All right, we're closing in on halfway. All right, I think this strategy of just gazing around and looking for something that looks good is kind of working better than when we were focusing on a single piece like this. Like, seems so easy. You know, maybe it's two pieces. Maybe that's why we can't find it. Did we ever confirm that that's one piece? Yeah, that's supposed to be one piece. Like, it's crazy that we can't find that piece. That's one piece. That looks exactly like the negative space there. Like, let's just go through every single piece and see if it's here or not. I just feel like it has to be here. Is this it? All right, so we just needed to go through every piece until we found it. There we go, that's it. 55. So I'm tempted to say we're 50% of the way done, but let's get one more piece before we say that. Just because 55 times 2 is 110, not 111. And 111 is apparently when we're 50% of the way through. All right. It's not getting easier. Like, we're filling in a lot of pieces, but it's not getting easier. This piece looks like it might go here. Let me try to check out that section and see what that looks like. What that's supposed to look like. It's getting tougher and tougher to find the pieces, like when they're not in the middle. I think that's it. I think this goes there somehow. All right, so that's two more pieces. All right, so now we're 50% of the way done. Like, now it's confirmed. All right, so above that piece goes a giant C with a chunky piece on it. And I think that chunky piece will make it identifiable. This is it. This has to be it. Because it's got the chunky piece. There we go. 58. All right. Let's just keep looking for stuff. We still didn't finish this. Let's go down there again. I feel like we gotta finish this, edge. Like, it's usually easy to do the edge. Like, not today, but usually it is. I don't know. Yep, that was stupid. Let's just keep putting in pieces as we find them. We can't force it. We can't force that piece to identify itself. Just look for stuff. Like, for example, this beaker piece. We can't find that either. How about the piece that goes around the beaker piece? I think we can find that. That's kind of a U with an end sticking out. It's a huge U that, like, sticks out on one side. And what about this? Does that look like that should fit somewhere? I remember looking for a piece of that shape. Anyway, the piece that goes around the beaker. Is this it? I think this is it. So it's not the beaker, but it's the piece that goes around the beaker. So that means it goes where? Kind of in this corner here. This is good because now we got the scale of the beaker. 59. And as you can see, it's tiny. And it's not a beaker. It's a microscope. So I don't know why I was calling it a beaker this whole time. I mean, none of these phrases mean anything. I'm just saying words that help me to find the piece. But I was calling it a beaker because I was thinking it's something from a science lab, but it's not a beaker. It's a microscope. The piece that we're looking for looks like a microscope. But that's not helping me to find it, knowing that it looks like a microscope. Incredible. There's not that many pieces left, but... Oh, here it is. How long have we been staring at this piece? There's our little... See? It's like a microscope with an L at the bottom. It's in... There's still a piece that goes there. 60 pieces. So what is the piece that goes there? It's a C. It's a big C. That for some reason I can't identify. I think I have it backwards. Maybe like that? No. That didn't work. I don't know. It's not that piece, that's for sure. How about like this? That kind of looks like it, but it's not. It has like kind of a star formation on the inside negative space. Again, I'm speaking nonsense. Is this it? No. Wow. It's gotta be here. It's gotta be one of these pieces. This is it. This is the piece. Finally. The edge is done. Finally, the edge is done. 61 pieces in. Finally, the edge is done. We still have a lot of these, like where the two pieces were stuck together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think we started with like 7 pieces where there were 2 stuck together, and we still have 5 of them somehow. All right. So anyway, the L at the bottom of the microscope. The piece that goes in there, it looks like a K and then a line connecting it to a W. So it's like a K at one end and a W at the other end. That looks like a W, but it doesn't have a K attached to it. Yep. K, W. Maybe it's not really that much of a K. No, that's pretty much a K. W is a little exaggerated. All right. Well, I don't see that piece. Yeah. Don't see it. Must move on to something else. How about in here, where it's like very well defined? Like, what are the pieces that go in there? So, like, there's one piece that's kind of like a very fancy F. Like, you can see the shape right there. It's like a very fancy, like, Shakespearean, hand-scribed F goes in there. So kind of like this piece. No, it's kind of like this piece, but it's not that piece. Yeah. Just not spotting anything lately. I'm probably tired. It's probably affecting my abilities. This is the fancy F. We found it. It's right here. I just dropped something. What I don't know is if I picked that something up before I dropped it, or if it came from outside the board. I think it came from outside. There's the fancy F. 62 pieces. We got that K in there. The K with the W. That's not it, is it? No. I'm just looking for anything. Doesn't have to. I don't know how I would do this without this thing here that tells us where everything goes. I give major credit to someone who can do that without the key, because I certainly could not do that without the key. All right. What's this small piece here? And what's this like claw piece here? Looks like a claw. Is that a single piece? Let me see here. All right, so we got that arrow piece. No, that's two different pieces. That would be crazy if that was one piece. But it's two pieces. Look like the claw. Well, I've got a piece that looks, this piece looks like it could be one half of the claw. Let's see if that is one half. No, it's not. Look like it could have been. Oh, it still can be. If I flip it around like this. Yeah, that's the claw. One half of the claw. There we go. 63 pieces. Well, now we just need the other half of the claw. What's that look like? It looks like it could be this piece. It has a claw at the bottom. But I don't think it looks like the rest of the piece. Yep. It has the claw, though. But otherwise doesn't look like what we're looking for. But now, what are we looking for? I probably can find it. Now that I know. It's a claw at the bottom and a squashed and a long and widened M at the top. That's the other half of the claw. Don't see it. Oh, no, I do all of a sudden see it. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. That's the piece. That's the other half of the claw. The claw, like, you know, you put a quarter in and you try to grab the teddy bear from the tank. That claw. That's the claw. There it is. The claw. Or so I've named it. We still didn't find this K with the W. Is this it? Does it kind of look like a K with a W? Not really. And we still didn't use a lot of these double pieces. What's going on? Maybe one of them's the K with the W. Doesn't look like it, though. Maybe this one? No, that's not it. How about up here? Look at that piece. It almost looks like this piece. Let's see if that's what goes there. Yeah, that goes there. That's the piece. Absolutely. It goes right there. 65. All right, now what goes in that space? It's actually a piece that comes from the other end. There's actually two kind of pieces there. It's not, I don't think it's an easy thing to solve. I'm going to let that go for now. It's a little tricky one. Tricky little one. How about down here? Oh, that's the K. The KW. We still didn't find that yet, huh? Is that it? Let's take a look. Yeah, let's try that. No, that's not right. That's not right at all. The W has to go the other direction. This looks like it could be it, but it's not. But it could be something else. I found the KW. Come on. I know you go there. Now fit into your space. Good. All right, 66. 60% of the way done. Now what is that? What piece goes there? That piece also goes there. Yeah. And there's a couple of mountains in the middle. By mountains, I mean triangles. So it's looks like a mace at this end. And then there's a couple of mountains and then a hook at the other end. So that seems like a pretty descriptive piece. This looks like mountains, hook, mace. Is that the piece? All right. The only reason I'm still doing this after 2.5 hours is because they named it an impossible puzzle, which made me feel like, well, I have to solve it. You know, you're going to say it's impossible, then I have to solve it. But I'm kind of cheating, as we've mentioned many times, using the instructions. I don't know if that's considered cheating. They didn't include a picture of the puzzle inside the bag. That's why I think it's cheating. But they include it on the website where the product page where anyone would order it from. So it's like, I think it's natural to go and look it up, but at the same time, it wasn't in the box. Like if someone gave it to you for your birthday, you would not have the reference picture. So it's probably cheating the way we're doing it. All right, let's... should we just try and look at the shape and see if we can figure it out from there? I don't know. I've gotten too used to looking at the answers. Though... Now I'm kind of looking at these pieces. Weren't we looking for a piece like this a while ago? And look at this piece. It looks like a cat. I mean, we should be able to find that piece. A lot of these look like we should be able to find. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Am I right? All right. So there's a piece. All right. Well, there's a lot of pieces. I think I even lost track of what piece I was looking at. There's supposed to be a straight piece in here somewhere. I think it's already in there. The straight piece, yeah. All right. I think let's go for, yeah, I know which piece we're going for. It's got like a loop around. This, I think it's this piece. Now, what's the orientation of this piece? Like kind of like this. Does that look right? Yeah, that's gonna go in there. Take a little fiddling, but it went in. All right, that was piece 69. All right, so now the piece that goes in there, it goes in there, and then it comes all the way out into like a fork piece. So kind of like this, but with a fork at that location. Let me look at the instructions again. Is that true, what I'm saying? Yeah, absolutely, that's true. So where is that piece? I mean, it sounds like a... Oh, is it this piece? The cat? That's it. It's in 70. All right, we still have a long way to go. But, you know, we'll get there. All right. There's a piece that goes here that looks kind of like an old school TV antenna. That's not it. What is this piece? Does that really have that hook? Oh no, that's discoloration. Yeah, I don't know why I was so confident about that antenna piece. I'm not finding that. There are some interesting pieces though, but we have to move on. We have to get something that we can figure out. All right, the piece next to that, remember that chunky piece that we thought was like a seahorse? Well, there's a piece that goes below that. Actually kind of cuts into that. Actually, I don't know where it goes. I lost track a little bit. Okay, all right, I got it back. It's just an S. The piece that goes here is literally just shaped like an S. Like it could be this piece. Like that's kind of like an S. That's not it, but it's that simple. When we find the piece, it's just an S. There's not that many pieces left. Maybe it is this piece. I mean, it's the only S. Or is it part of a double? Part of a conjoined. All right. Am I right? Is it an S? Yeah. It's absolutely an S. So why can't I find it? My goodness. Well, surely we're staring right at the piece. But I, regardless, can't find it. Oh, there's an S. But it's part of a double. Well, I guess we're going to get a 2-for-1. Nice. 72. The end is in sight. All right, now, what goes there? I feel like I've seen that piece. Like, if we flip this over, that'll fit there. It does, absolutely. 73. All right. Those doubles are not, those conjoins are nice. They kind of give you, I don't know, A little spark of encouragement. You get a 2 for 1. And you feel like you've gotten something done. All right, the piece that goes here is kind of a simple piece. It's got a triangle at its base and 2 triangles at the top. Well, that's really all there is to that piece. Here's one with a triangle at the base, but that's not the piece. Here's one with 2 triangles at the base. I feel like we gotta find that one. All right, let's look for something else. Let's go over here for a while. All right. There's a piece that looks like the Van Halen logo, and it goes right there. Just look for the Van Halen logo. That's the piece. Nothing fancy. Oh, that looks like Van Halen logo, but it's already connected to another piece. I'm confused. Well, maybe their designers of the puzzle were big Van Halen fans, and they put the Van Halen logo in there twice. So yeah, I think that's the case. That's one Van Halen logo, but there's another one in here somewhere, and that's the one that's going to go there. We just need to find it. So it's going to look like a V with flares all going in one direction. Is that all there is to the piece? Yeah, that's all there is to the piece. It's just the Van Halen logo, just like nothing else going on. So why don't I see it? It's probably like spun around and I'm looking at it from the wrong direction. And that's why I'm not seeing it, because we don't know which side is up on these pieces. Makes everything a little bit tougher. That's not it. Wow, there's not that many pieces. I have to go through every piece and see, because one of them is the piece we're looking for. Very tricky piece. Can't find it. All right. There's a flat bottom, 2 arms. Comes out with 2 spikes to the right on the right arm and spikes to the right and left on the left arm. Is that it? No. Too much. It's close though. So there's like 3 Van Halen logos in this puzzle. It's crazy. I guess it's just a normal sort of piece. Just, 45-degree connection and some lines passing through. You don't need to be intentionally trying to make anything. Regardless, I can't find it. As simple as it should be. Oh, is this it? Let's try this one. There we go. 74. What's going on over here? How did we not fill that in? Let's see what that piece is supposed to be. It's actually getting tougher to find these pieces. It might be easier to just not look at the instructions anymore and just look for pieces that fit. Like, does this fit? No, that doesn't fit. Maybe it still is good to look at the instructions. All right. So, okay. That's a 3-arm piece that they need right there. But they're like, well, one arm is long, the other two are short. Kind of like this one. Let's see if this fits there. It does. 75. I haven't checked out the math. I've been saying like 70% done. I don't know. I think we're not quite 70% done yet, but I haven't really double checked my math. Could be wrong. All right. What goes here? I feel like I want to mark up that instruction and like, so I know where we are, like what's already been filled in. Instead, what I'm doing is I'm looking for unique pieces, like easily identifiable pieces. Like this piece is easily identifiable. So the piece on top of that is already there. The piece in front of that, okay, it's another Van Halen logo. So let's see if we can find it. It should be right here, right? There we go. 76. All right, now the piece inside of that is interesting piece. Zigzag at one end and about 2 triangles and a rectangle at the other end. So this is it. This is the piece. I'm just trying to understand how to put it in. I think like this, maybe. Yeah, that looks good. All right, so we're 70% of the way done. Now, what is this? Is that a single piece that goes in there? I think it is a single piece. No, no, I don't know what goes in there. Yeah, that's a single piece. It's a 3-arm. It's a 3-arm piece. I think it's this piece. 78. All right, what's next? This reminds me of when I was playing. Do you remember when they added a Spartan to a fighting game? It was like some Japanese fighting game, and they added a Spartan. And it was like the last unlockable character in the game. But I just stayed up and got it unlocked on the first night. Even though I was terrible at fighting games. It was so boring what I did. I just did a jab, step back, wait for them to bite, and power punch. Like, I just did that the whole night. Like, it took like 6 hours until I got the Spartan unlocked. What was the name of that game? Anyway, there was a fighting game on the original, I think it was the original Xbox. Though I suppose it could have been the Xbox 360. It probably was the Xbox 360. It probably was like an early game on that. There used to be this fighting game where the characters would like have this like bouncy physics. And that was the game where they added the Spartan. And that was the game where I stayed up, played for 6 hours using the jab, step back, power to unlock the Spartan. And that's what this feels like tonight. I'm just cranking away, you know? Just whatever I got to do to get these pieces in there. It's not art, but it's happening. So still trying to figure out. Yeah, I'm like basing it on the recognizable pieces. So based on these recognizable pieces, there's a piece that kind of looks like a question mark that goes there. Frankly, I feel like that piece should be bigger. No, the question mark doesn't go there. The question mark goes here. Something else goes back there. But we'll put the question mark piece in first, because I'm going to assume we could find it first. I mean, how many pieces are shaped like question marks? Probably just this one. Yeah, that fits. 79. So the piece behind the question mark is actually a long piece with a bunch of wiggles. But it's a fairly straight piece. Kind of like this piece. I don't think this is it. There's a little more something at the bottom, but that's like the idea of it. Just a long, straight-ish piece with kind of a sigma look at the top of it. Right. I'm not seeing that piece, despite the fact that I think it should stick out like a sore thumb. I don't see it. Is it in one of these conjoined pieces? Yes. Sigma. All right. Now how do we get that in there? What's the angle? I forgot where it even was supposed to go. I think it was right here. All right, this is going to be a 2-for-1 if we ever get it to drop in. There we go. 81. All right, let's see. Now, what goes behind that sigma? What is it? Well, it's already kind of has one piece behind it. But behind that piece goes this, like, I think it's this piece, frankly. Let's just try it. It looks like it's fallen in, right? Is this not the right piece? Oh, there we go. Finally. 82. All right, I'm going to switch the lighting in here. The situation is changing as it gets later. All right, I think we can still see the board. I think we can work like this. So how many pieces are left? Like 29 pieces? That looks like more than 29 pieces. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Yeah, that's 29 pieces, all right. Okay, so which one is next? I feel like this piece looks like it'll fit here, but I don't want to assume that. Let's take a look. All right. So there's like it's getting tougher to find the pieces. Getting tougher to find where we are. I think we have to continue working up here just because so we don't lose our place. So the question mark piece, that sticks out. We can find the question mark. Okay, underneath the question mark. All right, the question mark piece is here. Right there is the question mark piece. All right, let's start with inside of the question mark piece. Goes a piece that's like an S in reverse, or just an S. This is the piece. There we go. piece 83. Now, what goes next? Underneath. Actually, it's to the back of the question mark. All right, to the back of the question mark. What do we got? Oh, that is a very recognizable piece. Have we not used that piece yet? It's like, I think it's this piece. So it's going to be one of these like doubles. Yeah, this is it. It's going to be a 2-for-1. Okay. Let's get that in there. There we go. So we're up to 85 pieces. What goes in here? Something. Oh, the Y piece. Do you remember that Y-shaped piece that we had? Well, here's a Y-shaped piece. I don't know, and here's a Y-shaped piece, but is that the ones? Are either of those the one we're looking for? No, I think there's another one. But if there is, I don't see it. Oh, is this it? No, I don't think that's it either. Okay, it's not exactly a Y. One of the sides hooks back around. So it starts off like a Y, then one of the sides hooks around. That looks like a Y. Well, I don't see the piece somehow, which means it's probably like flipped over or something. All right. Sorry we don't have more light at this hour, but it's late. All right, let's just move on to something else. All right, I'm going to go back to the question mark piece. All right, the question mark piece. And then there's another piece on the other side. And then there's the S piece, right? And then underneath the S piece is a piece that's kind of like an upside down Z with a couple of triangles on the base of the Z. Is this it? Is that what I'm describing? Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, for a second there I thought it wasn't going to fit. 86. All right, what's next? All right, next is almost a full loop piece with a little something extra attached to it. This looks like such a piece. Almost a full loop with a little something extra. The only problem is I forgot where that piece goes. But I think we can get it there just by, I mean, we don't have to cheat every piece. We can just like look and figure out where this goes. So where is that? It was inside of that Z piece, right? I'm definitely getting tired, but I think it's like this. Yeah, that looks good. 87. Let me take a couple sips of water. Maybe it'll help me think. Okay, ready to go. Now the next piece, it has to be, let me see. All right, it's kind of just a wiggle with something at the bottom going the other direction. I know that describes half the pieces here, but I'll know it when I see it. It could be that conjoined piece. I have to look at the instructions again. Okay. Okay, I think it's this piece. All right, there we go. 88. I'm going to take more water. In fact, I'm going to lean back for a second. Just give me like a 30-second break. All right. How many pieces are left? 23? Well, it would be a shame to stop 23 pieces before victory, so we have to continue on. Do you like see any of these? I feel like we should be getting to the point where some of them are obvious. Like this one seems like it should fit there, but it doesn't. Oh well. I feel like it should get easier at this point, but it doesn't. So we're just gonna keep doing what we've been doing, which is cheating. I don't feel good about it, but if we don't do it, this puzzle will be legit impossible to complete. So, all right, let's keep working on that area that's been good to us. All right, so I got that seahorse looking piece. Where is that? It's right here. So right in front of that seahorse is this little U. I know this is a Greek letter, but I can't remember which one. So I'm just going to drop it in there. So 89. So I think if I took an IQ test right now, I probably would not get my best score. I just don't totally feel sharp right now. But we only got 22 pieces left, so I think we can get it done. All right, so back here. So 1, 2, 3, like 4 pieces behind the seahorse. What goes there? All right. I'll tell you what goes there. It's a piece. It's a long piece with a base. I don't see any pieces that look like that. Yes, I do, right here. Okay, 90. 21 pieces to go. All right, so what goes in here is another long piece. Kind of like the basic shape of it would be an S with a long tail. This is one of these two. We only have 2 conjoined pieces left, and it can only be one of them. And I don't think it is. The problem is I don't see any other pieces that look like an S with a long tail. So let me take another look. Maybe I describe... Oh, this looks like an S with a long tail. There we go. 91. All right. What goes in there? That looks like one of those boats that you fold out of paper. And then you put in the water heading to the storm sewer. I think that was in the movie It, right? And then there was like a clown in the sewer or something like that. I don't want to think about that movie right now. It'll distract me. It was a weird movie anyway. Stephen King is a weird writer. I don't even think he's a real person. I think they just steal everyone's work and write Stephen King on it. That's my personal opinion. I mean, if you've ever heard the actual person, he doesn't look like someone who can get anything done, let alone write like a million books. So I shouldn't accuse anyone of that, because I don't want to get sued. But let's just say that my opinion, when I see the guy, I don't see him getting amazing work done, but, maybe I'm wrong. Or maybe the books just aren't that good. Maybe he just takes some ideas and turns them into something. I don't know. All right. So, did we ever find that Y piece that looped around? I don't think we ever did. I think it's this piece. You just gotta flip it this way. What's the problem here? Yeah, I thought so. All right, 92. 19 pieces to go. At what point does this puzzle start getting easier? Because so far, not. All right, there's a piece that goes here. And it looks like the character in the Mayan spaceship on the cover of Eric von Daniken's book, if his helmet and head were removed. Chariots of the Gods, that was the name of it. And also there's a spike. You'll see the piece as soon as I find it, and it will probably look nothing like I described, and instead will look a lot like this piece. But how do we make it fit? I need to study a minute. Like this? Yep, that's it. 93. We still got two conjoined pieces. Where do they go? One of them is the Van Halen logo piece. I feel like we should have found where that went by now. And the other one is like a Big Dipper inside of a Colts logo. I mean, it should be real easy. And look at this one, Double Dipper. I don't know. I feel like this stuff should be a lot easier than it is, but it is what it is, and we're gonna get it done one way or another. All right. What about down here? Does this piece fit there? Just seems like it should. Nope. I spun it around, and suddenly it doesn't look like anything. So, how about up here? What goes up there? Is that the question mark piece? Do we still have a piece that touches the question mark piece and we didn't fill it in? Yeah, that's the question mark piece, right? I mean, there's like nothing else that looks like that. It's like a question mark with 3 spikes on the back. So the piece that goes in front of that is a very famous piece. It's this like chunky piece. Am I wrong? Nope, it fit. 94. Oh, and there's another piece still in front of that chunky piece. And again, another famous piece. It's this Y. It looks like a divining rod. Remember what with the handle missing. Remember what the frontiers people used to decide where to dig the well? Divining rod or something like that. I forget what the actual name of it was. Where's this big piece go? There? Maybe. I'm not sure. Let's double check. We don't have a lot left to do here. It's like we're almost done. What goes inside of there? The problem is I can't find a reference to that point. Alright, let's work up from the bottom. Like up from this corner. Alright, working up from this corner. Finding this M piece. It was part of the claw from before. And what goes above that is sort of a V made out of noodles, which is probably this conjoined piece here. Yes, because it has the Van Halen logo as the next piece. So let's just drop that in there. That should fit. 2 for 1, 96. Right, what's up there? I feel like that can only be this piece. 97. Alright, we gotta go. Look at this. Where does that go? We gotta be able to find that. I mean, there's not that many spaces left. But that doesn't mean that it's easy to find where it goes. Alright. There's still some, like, significant pieces here that we haven't found yet. For example, there's this weird piece. Maybe you've heard about it. It's kind of got, like, 3 bumps at the top and not so many bumps at the bottom. I don't know how to describe it, but it looks exactly like this piece. That's it. In fact, that's exactly that piece. So that's 98. Okay, so what goes down here? Something, gotta be something, right? It's like 3 teeth. 3 triangles. Like, where's 3 triangles? Where are we gonna get that from? 3 triangles. I don't see any pieces that look like that other than this one, so let's try it. That's 99. 12 pieces to go. 1 piece from the century mark. Alright, what goes there? We gotta be able to figure that out. It's 2 pieces because nothing else is that chunky. Let's start with hold on a second while I think about this. Alright, we got the 3 triangles. Okay. Have another piece to go after that. Where were those 3 triangles? Like right here? I don't see them. Oh, okay. The 3 triangles. Yeah, of course. Of course. You're talking about the famous 3 triangles of the Impossible puzzle. That must be what you're referring to. So anyway, about those pieces, there's 3 of them. I know that. And they're part of a puzzle. So let's see, what do we gotta do next? Alright, the 3 triangles. You know what? Let's put this piece in. Well, that's 100. We have 11 pieces to go. Let's just start doing this based on how the pieces look, because I can't look at those instructions anymore. They're like getting kind of crazy. But I think if we just look at the board, we can probably figure most of these pieces out. There's 101. So we have now 10 pieces to go. Not really that many pieces. One of them's conjoined. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the 2 conjoined pieces. I would like to know where they go. It looks like maybe they go there. Let's try that. Doesn't seem to work. Maybe they're not meant to be conjoined, but they really are stuck together. I think it doesn't go there. So they probably are meant to be conjoined, they just don't go in that spot. Well, I think that was the first piece I got wrong all night. And I'm not even convinced we got it wrong. But it didn't fit in, so I guess it was wrong. Now I feel like every piece, I don't know. Like, does this piece go here? I don't know. Does it not go there? I don't know. It went there. 9 pieces to go. We're almost done. How crazy is that? I think that conjoined piece is going to go there. I just, for some reason, I couldn't get it to fit in on the first attempt. Maybe it just, something wasn't right about it. 103. All right. I mean, there's not that many pieces left. All right, I got another idea. Maybe the conjoined piece goes up here. I mean, it's got to go somewhere. Imagine we get this piece wrong twice. Seems like we just did. Seems like we only got 2 pieces wrong all night, and it was the same piece twice. We just don't know where the hell that piece goes. Let's try it here. Three times. We got that piece wrong 3 times. And additionally, when we pulled it out the 3rd time, we screwed up everything else. That's a little bonus there. It was like an earthquake. Pieces went flying. Now I don't know if our piece counter is still accurate. Yeah. What's going on here? That was like an earthquake. All right. So that was a bit of a fail. But that was a success. 104. 7 pieces to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did I count wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so 6 pieces to go. I guess I didn't count one of them. I don't know. So that piece is going to go in one of those places. Either that or it was never meant to be conjoined in the first place. I took it apart because I'm thinking that maybe it never was meant to be conjoined, in which case I feel like I shouldn't be credited with those 3 that I got wrong, because if the pieces, if they were like telling me that they go together and really they don't, it's like, that's not my fault. They came out of the box joined, but they were bullshit. They weren't supposed to be joined. All right, 5 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that was just like an accident. They just like went together in the box. I mean, fine. If you want to say I messed up, I messed up. I agree with you. Okay, fine. I got 3 pieces wrong, but it was the same piece all 3 times, and it came out of the box conjoined. So, whatever. I got it wrong, but I was set up. Let's put it that way. I was tricked. And these 2 pieces are similar, by the way. I think this one can maybe go here. I don't think it does, though. Why not? Why doesn't it fit there? It seems like it's supposed to fit there. Well, I think I got the same piece wrong, trying to put it into the same place twice. I tried to put that piece in there twice. I didn't learn my lesson. Wow. All night, everything was going fine. Now all of a sudden I can't get any pieces to go down. All right, I'm going to move this a little bit to where I can see it better. But then you can't see it. How about like... All right, I guess this is as far as I can move it. I'm going to look at it on the screen because that's like the best angle. All right. Do you think this goes here? It does. All right, 107. 4 pieces to go. If this doesn't go here, I'm going to eat my hat. Three pieces to go. All right. If this piece doesn't go here, I'm going to eat my shoe. Oh, good. I don't have to eat my shoe. All right, we have 3 pieces left. We have 2 pieces left. So what do we do with these 2 pieces? Okay. All right, so one of them goes here, and then the other one goes there. All right, if this piece doesn't go here, I'm going to delete my YouTube channel. Oh, good, it went there. I don't have to delete my YouTube channel. 110. All right, if this piece doesn't go here, I'm going to drink a jar of pickle juice. Oh no, it doesn't fit. Okay, never mind, it fit. Okay. All right, so this puzzle is complete. We have proven that it was not impossible. It was long, it was annoying, it probably wasn't worth it, but we did it. Hard luck, impossible puzzle. Not for us, we're too good. I'm John Rapp. This is just Rest Your Eyes. Good night, and see you tomorrow.